You're listening to Beyond Wellness Radio, bringing you the cutting edge in health, biohacking, and sports performance. Stay up to date and listen anywhere and anytime on your computer, tablet, or smartphone by subscribing on iTunes. Catch your host, Dr. Justin Marchegiani, as he answers your burning health questions as well as interviews from world-renowned guest experts. For more Beyond Wellness Radio, go to beyondwellnessradio.com.
Hey there, it's Dr. Justin Marchegiani. Welcome to Beyond Wellness Radio. Feel free and head over to beyondwellnessradio.com where you can access our full podcast transcriptions. While you're there, you can also sign up for our thyroid and female hormone video series. This series goes into the root cause of why your hormones are out of balance. While you're there, you can also schedule a functional medicine consult with Dr. Justin, myself, where we'll dig deeper into the root cause of your health challenges. Feel free and think of sharing this podcast with at least one person. This podcast grows by people sharing it. Sharing is caring. If you can think of one person that can benefit from this information, please feel free and share it. If you're enjoying the podcast, make sure you subscribe on iTunes. You can also click below the video or podcast where you'll see the iTunes review button and leave us a review. You can also sign up for the newsletter at beyondwellnessradio.com where you'll get updates before anyone else. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Evan, it's Dr. J. What's going on today?
Hey, I'm feeling great and I'm pumped up to talk about skin. This is something I struggled with for a long time, so let's dig in.
All right, great. So everyone wants that nice, smooth finish to your skin, not just clean skin, free from acne and blackheads and cysts and all these things, but just a smooth consistency. And we're going to talk about some of the, conventional approaches to skin, some of the unconventional approaches, and also food does matter. And you go into your dermatologist office, it's like the handout they have. It's like the patented handout that I think maybe the American Dermatologist Association, the ADA, kind of gives to all the dermatologists. And it says skin, your diet has nothing to do with skin health. The food you eat has nothing to do with skin. And I can't tell you how much of a lie or at least misinformation that is. I mean, I don't think they think they're lying, but there's a few studies early on in the 60s and 70s showing that food may not have caused it, but there's a lot more others showing that food and insulin levels and food allergens definitely increase skin issues. And we know clinically with our patients, you cut out certain inflammatory foods, wow, magically the skin gets better.
Yeah, my skin started to improve as soon as I got wheat and dairy out. And then the next step for me was the digestive stuff, getting that in order. So I didn't know what direction you had intended to start with, but for me, digestion was a huge turning point.
Let's jump on board with that. So we know the skin, protein and fat are really important building blocks for the skin. So we always want to look at protein and fat digestion. So if your skin is dry and you're eating good quality fats and proteins, well, I automatically go to the fact that you're not breaking down protein and fats appropriately. So any type of tummy symptoms, whether it's constipation, you're not having a stool less than 24 hours, right? So every other day you're having a stool, that's definitely constipation. You have ridging or white spots on your nails. That's definitely a sign we're not breaking down and absorbing protein. Your stools are floating or there's a sheen to your stool. That's a sign you're not breaking down fat. You don't have a gallbladder and you're not taking digestive support. It's another big one. Your hair feels thin. That's another one. Hair basically is protein, certain nutrients as well. So you really want to look at the digestive function. Now, you could even have great digestion or, eating the right foods, taking digestive support, but there could be infections that are creating malabsorption. So we want to make sure the first thing we want to check off our list is we want to do all possible things to improve our body's ability to break down protein and fat. We just want to make sure we're getting the building blocks, the raw material, so we can build healthy skin.
Yeah, for me, even after taking just some betaine, kind of the blanket digestive support, that wasn't enough for me. So adding in like some enzymes, some other protein digesting enzyme helped. I added in a little bit more of some apple cider vinegar, things like that. So those are kind of the generic things that I say we could give a blanket recommendation for.
Yeah, I had really bad skin growing up in college, and I was very low fat. Like I started out kind of going into the low carb area where I'd be kind of Atkins-esque, but I messed it up because I was going also pretty low fat too. And then I noticed my skin in the winter over in Amherst is really cold, and my skin was just getting super, super dry. And you'd see all kinds of, women are notorious for this. They just get all these extra moisturizers and they topically moisturize their arms or their legs and their skin. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, I'm doing more research and learning and reading. And I'm like, let's work on internal moisturization. And I mean internal moisturization through eating high qualities of fat, because fat actually provides hydration to the skin. I upped my olive oil and coconut oil consumption at the time, and magically my skin dryness was gone. So I noticed that with myself, that fat is a really big, important step to having hydrated skin. But I still had skin issues because I was still eating some gluten-free bread. I still had infections. I still had low stomach acid. But that could be one piece to the puzzle here. If we kind of break it down into steps so people don't get overwhelmed. Step one is make sure protein and fat consumption is dialed in according to your needs. So if you have dry skin off the bat, just work on upping high-quality protein and fats. And that could be any of your pastured meats that are high quality, and also any of your coconut oil and potentially grass-fed butter or ghee if you can tolerate the dairy part.
Yep. Yeah. So in terms of the conventional method, I've had many friends that have taken Accutane, which is probably one of the worst prescription drugs ever in terms of the side effects that it causes and what it actually does to the pores and the skin and the oil glands and things like that. So the topical route may never be necessary. Now, I've heard of people adding like some aloe and some other like hemp oil and things like that topically, but overall, the less stuff that I've put on my face, the better my face has gotten. So I'm not saying this is going to be across the board for you, but certainly for me, the more acne wipes and all these little trendy things that you're advertised to as a high schooler, that stuff only made it worse and made the skin as dry as like a piece of sandpaper.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure the gut and the digestion is doing good. Get rid of the food allergens. The food allergens like the gluten and the dairy, that's a big one. I noticed my pores, especially around my face, in that T area, the T zone. So you're basically your chin to nose to the forehead along the side of your eyes there, right in between the temporal area. Those are going to be notorious for clogged pores. And we know that the sebaceous glands, those are like the glands in the skin, they actually over-secrete or will secrete extra sebum or oil in response to insulin. So if we're eating foods that are glycemically inappropriate, what that means is too much carbs in relation to what you can handle, meaning you're not able to burn the carbs off. You're just making a whole bunch of insulin. That's increasing the sebaceous glands' production of sebum, and the bacteria that's on the skin will actually eat that sebum, and it can create inflammation and a lot of the whitehead potential effects, and then to the extreme, even cyst in the skin as well.
Okay, so this may be jumping the gun here, but chronic stress is a huge piece of this puzzle for me, at least in my eyes, because if you're chronically stressed, you're going to be stuck in that sympathetic mode, and you're going to be down-regulating all the processes that happen to optimize your digestion. So if you're running from this supposed tiger, it's going to be impossible for you to produce adequate levels of hydrochloric acid and other enzymes because your blood is in your arms and your fingers and your legs to run, not digest things. So if you're never engaging that parasympathetic mode, so maybe I'll just jump straight to the action step. So say you want to do like a sensory deprivation tank. Maybe you want to do some lavender essential oils in the bathtub with some Epsom salt. Maybe you want to do even some transdermal magnesium to calm that nervous system down. Maybe some phosphatidylserine. I know you talk about phosphorylated serine sometimes. So there's ways that we have to calm that nervous system down to get to the root of this whole thing.
Absolutely. And a lot of people forget that your body will internally make extra carbohydrate and sugar under stress because those muscles really preferentially are glycolytic, meaning they want to burn sugar when they're under stress. They want instantaneous fuel. So you'll internally make lots of sugar from breaking down your lean protein.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So if you don't have enough protein in your diet, if you're not digesting and breaking down a lot of your protein, it's going to take it from lean tissue.
Yeah,
right?
and I've noticed that myself. I mean, I lost some muscle tissue, and it was definitely chronic stress related. So
Yeah, I remember that. And people forget that you can over-secrete glucose just from stress. That's why we have the thing known as the dawn phenomenon, where glucose is really high in the morning, typically due to a whole cortisol output thing. And that's why sometimes eating a little bit more carbs, and a lot of people in the low carb field don't like this. And we're not talking high carb, right? We're talking some people, if they're, ketogenic and they're under a lot of stress, they may do a little bit better upping their carbs maybe to 50, 60, 70 grams a day. And it will actually decrease their internal production of glucose. And also timing the carbs, typically when you're having less cortisol tends to be better. So having those carbs where cortisol is lower, which will be at nighttime because cortisol is on that diurnal pattern. So higher in the morning, lower at night. So upping your carbs a little bit then tends to be the better time to do it. And people that are under stress can actually decrease their internal glucose production.
wow. So explain that a little bit differently. Why, when the cortisol levels are low in the evening, that carbs make people feel so much better. And I noticed they sleep better too.
Oh, yeah. So cortisol is a glucocorticosteroid. Again, medicine uses big words. We like to break it down and kind of give you the ability to be your master at being able to decipher what's going on. So just focus on the glucose part of cortisol. So if we're mobilizing glucose and we have higher amounts of cortisol in the morning, that means hormonally we already have an advantage of mobilizing glucose in the morning. So it doesn't make sense to take in extra glucose in the morning if our hormones are already more primed to do it. The only exception would be morning workouts where you want that post-carb meal after a CrossFit workout or after some type of training to increase insulin, because insulin has an effect of lowering cortisol. That's more of a exercise, nutrition type of podcast. We'll save that for the future. But regarding to the concept here, cortisol is lower at night, so we have less hormone capacity to stabilize blood sugar at night. So it makes sense if we do a little more carbs, do it at night, because a lot of people who are fatigued have a harder time stabilizing blood sugar at night. And if we're disrupting sleep because blood sugar is dropping or adrenaline and cortisol are going low, which are causing blood sugar to go low, which is causing us to wake up, we want to do as many things as possible to avoid waking up. So sometimes the carbohydrates timed at nighttime between 5 to 9 o'clock or so can be great to buffer any low blood sugar swings that may happen while we're sleeping that could disrupt sleep.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for giving some more clarity there.
Yeah. And the next piece of the puzzle here, actually, I'll let you add to that.
No, keep going, man. I want to hear what you got.
So the conventional approach is this, right? We're going to be rubbing antibiotic creams on the skin, whether it's Retin-A, whether it's Differin or clindamycin. We're going to be rubbing all these antibiotic creams on the skin, right? The whole idea is forget the food allergens, forget the fact that we're insulinogenic and we're feeding the bacteria on the skin. The goal is let's just work on the end product of killing a lot of that bacteria. So you can see it doesn't really fix the root cause of why that bacteria is having a feeding frenzy. It's kind of like, imagine you're going out there and you're chumming for sharks, right? So the chum is kind of like the food and the high insulin and the food allergens. It's like us going out there and trying to like shoo away the sharks as they're coming to eat the chum. It's like, wait a minute, if we just stop putting the chum out there, well, the sharks stop coming, right? That's kind of how I look at the natural approach. So conventionally, we're just rubbing on antibiotics. The next step is that doesn't work. Guess what? We go to tetracycline, which is an oral antibiotic. Okay. And the next step, if that doesn't work, if you're having cystic acne, is the vitamin A analogs, which is the name is just it's defeating me right now. What's it called again? You just mentioned it.
Accutane.
Accutane, and there's another name for it as well. But Accutane is the vitamin A analog. So basically, it's teratogenic, meaning it can cause pregnancy issues and malformation while pregnant, but it's basically a vitamin A analog. It does things. It tightens the pores. It decreases the skin cells' ability to produce any oil. So once you fix the issue, now you have chronically dry skin because your skin cells can't produce the oil it needs for natural hydration. So it creates a lot of long-term issues in the end. So the Accutane's the ultimate end stage. That's the vitamin A analog. Again, a lot of people get benefit by just taking natural vitamin A at higher levels, and they can do some of the Accutane effects without the nasty side effects. The sub below that is the tetracycline antibiotic, and then below that are all the antibiotic creams. And that's pretty much it. That's all your conventional dermatologist has for the most part, outside of a skin cancer and cutting out a lesion. That's it. So once you've exhausted those bullets, we know that all those things are really warping our gut bacteria, which is going to play a major role in our immune system and our overall health. So we really want to go to the functional medicine strategy that looks at the foods, looks at the gut, looks at infections, look at how we're digesting and breaking down these foods and get to the root issue so we're not setting ourselves up for more autoimmune issues because our gut bacteria is being destroyed down the road.
So let's paint the functional medicine picture here. So this could be in or out of order. Number one, definitely removing the allergenic foods or
Perfect.
problematic foods.
Yes.
Okay, we'll stack that on top of that and call that number two, optimizing digestive functions, whether this is enzymes, pancreatic function, HCl, whatever.
Yes.
That's number two.
Yes.
Number three, for me, I like to focus on the chronic stress. So trying to help people out with their adrenals, reframing stress, whether it's the adaptogens that we love talking about to help deal with this stress that could be causing these other widespread issues. That's number three. Four, for me, also another very helpful one is hydration, getting half the body weight in ounces of water per day, good clean water source.
Yep.
What else is for you? Is there topical things that
Yes.
you want to talk about?
Yeah. So number four, I'd also put in is, and this kind of goes in alignment with the stress, because if we're stressed, our blood sugar will go wonky, but is managing the glycemic load. Right? If you're eating paleo, but there's pineapple and a whole bunch of tropical fruits and maybe excessive carbs to your metabolic type to what you can handle, that may be too much as well. So getting the glycemic load down, and a good general rule of thumb for people is 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrate. You earn your carbs, you're more sedentary, you go closer to the 50, you're more active, you go upwards of 100. If you're doing a lot of CrossFit and such, maybe even up to 150. So that's a pretty good gauge for the carbohydrate piece. And then I would say the next piece after the digestion, step 5, I would say, would be making sure you're infection free, making sure there's not something in there that's creating a low stomach acid environment like a SIBO or an H. pylori or a parasitic infection. Make sure that piece is lined up as well.
That's great. So that's 5.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about some of the things. Once you have the big 5 in, we can talk about some of the extra things that you can go do above and beyond for optimal skin health. First thing is collagen. Big fan of high quality collagen. A lot of hyaluronic acid in there, which is really good for the skin. Love that. That gives you a lot of building block raw material to make healthy skin, decrease wrinkles. I'm a huge fan of using collagen every day, not just for the glycine content in it, which is great for gut function, but also just for the building blocks, because I want to keep my skin looking healthy and good. Next piece is getting a high quality cleanser. I mean, I do find my skin looks better when I do a quick little cleanse in the morning, because what it does is it just gets off any oils and such that may have an effect of causing a pore to clog. So I just noticed my skin looks and feels better when I use a gentle organic cleanser. Now I use something that's GMO, obviously organic, gluten-free. You really want to make sure you're not putting a whole bunch of abrasive alcohols on your skin. So something that's gentle. The one I use has hyaluronic acid in it as well. It also has some coconut oil, a lot of soothing herbs and nutrients, and it's all genetically modified, organic, and gluten-free. So there's a couple of...
No, I don't think you... I don't think it is genetically modified. You're saying it is GMO. You're saying non-GMO.
It's GMO-free. I'm sorry. I forgot the free part in there.
Exactly. What is the name of that? That sounds awesome.
I'll have to look it up here. There's a couple that I use. One of my favorite companies that I use is Marie Veronique. She runs a skincare line out of Berkeley, California. Basically, it's all edible food grade. I mean, just phenomenal. Really lots of nutrients put in her product. So I use her anti-aging oil, which has emu in it, grass-fed emu, and a whole bunch of other nutrients. I use their cleanser, their exfoliation, and I like a nice toner. Like when I shower in the morning after I cleanse my face, I like a nice toner to balance the pH of my skin. It tightens my pores. My skin just feels really, really good afterwards. Now, I think a lot of people, like if you look at, the online multi-level proactive sales, a lot of people go to the skin stuff first. And a lot of the conventional skin stuff tends to be very abrasive and irritating. So I tend to take a step back. That should be the last thing you do. And it should be as organic, non-GMO free, for you, Evan, as well as gluten-free and all the good stuff, and ideally even close to food grade as possible, so you're really nourishing your skin and not adding extra inflammation to it.
So I see this Anne Marie Gianni lady. She has an aloe herb facial cleanser. Is that it, or is it something different? This one has a green label with a black bottle.
Yeah, if you go to Marie Veronique, Veronique, marieveronique.com, she has a great skincare line. I love it. My wife loves it. It's one that I carry.
Oh, okay. I was at a different lady. I was looking at some other organic lady that kind of had the same name. I see what you're talking about here.
Yeah, and then there's another line that I use called Derme. Derme is really good. They have a hydrating cleanser and a natural sensitive skin cleanser. I'm a big fan of their stuff too. Good, clean ingredients. You got to be careful with a lot of the gluten in these things. So I really want to make sure there's no crap in it. So I like a good cleanser. I like a good, clean toner. And I like something that can provide a little bit of hydration. So I like the grass-fed emu oil as kind of something that hydrate my skin afterwards. But those are all like at the end. Now, if you really want to get extra kind of biohackery, if you will, I think I just made up a word, to help skin health, I use some stem cell cream as well, just to keep my skin give it extra, an advantage to stay young and youthful looking. So I use a stem cell cream from a lab in Arizona that is phenomenal as well. And that's something we'll be carrying on the site. It's called J Bioserum, and we'll have it on our site in the nutrient section. So take a look at that. If this airs and you can't find it, you can go to my store at justinhealth.com/shop, and you'll see a lot of the things there that I'm talking about. But that's a really great product that just provides extra stem cell benefits. So it kind of helps reset how should I say it? It helps reset the skin's ability to be healthy again. I mean, you can see it help tighten up the skin a little bit. It's amazing for scarring. It's a product that they use in a lot of hospitals in burn units to help get the skin integrity back, kind of turn back the clock, so to speak, on the skin. That's really what it's doing.
That's amazing to see that treatment cleanser you were talking about, the Marie Veronique, that the key ingredients are the lactic acid that you talked about, and then apple cider vinegar, which I've been reading a lot about for topical use. Obviously, it's probably diluted, and once it's mixed in with this lavender oil and these other, looks like it's got some honey in it, a little bit of oat flour, marshmallow. It seems like once you have all that stuff together, that's making the difference. So you probably wouldn't get the same benefit by just doing a cotton ball with some apple cider vinegar on it. Yeah,
and I don't like the oat fiber that's in there per se, but the fiber more is there for like an astringent. So when you're like scrubbing an exfoliant, if you will, to kind of help scrub out the pores and stuff. They have one with some sea salt in there too. I mean, it's good. I just want to make sure I'm rubbing stuff on my face that's going to be, ideally grain-free and anti-inflammatory.
Right. But you don't have trouble with that.
No, I think it works really good. And then the next thing is if you're using sunscreen, right? Don't burn, and try to get a sunscreen that has primarily the active chemical deflectants or physical deflectants with the compounds of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, I use Badger's brand of sunscreen, and it's just straight zinc oxide with some sunflower oil. I never get burned. It works like a charm.
It'll make you look like Casper, though. That's the only
It does.
problem with that. They're out of Santa Cruz. The reason why I like the Marie Veronique one, they use a natural tint in the zinc oxide to take away the whiteness, because it can just like take you and make you look like a ghost.
It does, yeah.
I'm already fair skinned to begin with, so that's the only reason why I don't like just the pure zinc oxide. I mean, you got the pictures of the 70s lifeguards where they have the white noses, right? That's kind of like the zinc oxide, right? So you can get that where they add some natural tint to it, and then you can get medium, dark, or light. So then it actually gives you a little bit of tan when you put it on, and then it doesn't just take away your skin tone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. So what do you think, Evan? Do you want to recap some of the things so anyone that's listening that may feel a little overwhelmed can kind of get the Reader's Digest version here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've definitely probably recapped the recap, but to do it again.
Well, I would just say, let's just recap the last piece here.
Yeah.
I would say once you got all the diet and lifestyle and gut pieces there, I would say skin cleanser, high quality skin cleanser that's hypoallergenic and highest quality and non-abrasive. Number 2, a good quality toner. And then number 3, I would say you can add in high quality building blocks for the skin like the collagen, and then also some of the stem cell creams to really help reset the skin's ability from a stem cell perspective to be healthy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate you bringing that stuff to light because that's a whole category that I didn't have much to add to. So that's another thing to add to my bookmarks here is the this Marie's website.
Yeah. And I think if people have access to healthy products and can support those companies, that's great because God knows the skincare line community, is just full of crap. There's just so much crap in these products, and people forget anything you put on your face goes into your bloodstream. So if you can't eat it, you shouldn't be putting it on your face. That's bottom line.
Yep, absolutely.
Great, Evan. Well, anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Just anyone listening, it's easy to be like, oh, I'm just going to go to all the lotions and potions and do that stuff first. I really urge you to kind of get to the diet and lifestyle piece first. If you feel like your gut's struggling, it's not going to be advantageous to ignore that. You really want to get to the underlying gut issue, get any infections ruled out. Also remember, your skin is part of your integumentary system, which is your largest organ of detoxification. So your skin also is used to push out toxins. So if you're under a lot of toxicity, whether it's, environmental or from chemicals in the food, you want to look at supporting your detox system because your skin, again, will push stuff out if you're being overwhelmed in that toxicity area.
Yeah, I'm sure we could save that for another podcast. We could talk about like heavy metals and skin. I've seen a lot of people with that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
A lot of people that are pushing stuff out when they're doing heavy metals or chemical detoxes. I see it all the time in clinic as well.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, good talk today. Hope everyone enjoyed it. If you guys get a benefit out of it, go over to the iTunes link, click below, and give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it really helps.
All right, thanks a lot.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Got a question for Dr. J? Go to beyondwellnessradio.com and click the questions button. Then tune in to hear the answer. Also, if you like the show, click below to review us on iTunes. For more Beyond Wellness Radio, go to beyondwellnessradio.com.